everyone, thanks so much for stopping by for another Free Flow Wednesday. This would be the inspiration piece we're going to be using today, and the layout I'm going to create today is very simple. It actually don't even have any title. I had a couple ideas of what titles I wanted it, but I end up not using none of them. And this Free Flow Wednesday, it's inspired to do, you can do just whatever you want. You can do a card, you can do a pocket page, you can basically do whatever. And this time I'm just going to create this scrapbook layout page because I'm going to insert it in a frame and give it as a gift to one of my friends. All the papers and all the products that I'm going to be using, it's really nothing new. It's things that I have from my stash. Actually, I don't even know if I have the collections for this. I think this is Amy Tangerine, something like Bright Sunshine or something like that. I am not big in collections or anything. In fact, I have not even buy anything new for almost a year. So I'm really proud of myself in that way because I have tons of stuff and I just want to finish using everything I have. This is a stamp and it's just to have like some cursive scribbles and stuff. This is one of my favorite stamps. Like if you can get your hands on one of this type of stamp, even if it's like the silicone one, not silicone, but like the plastic ones, or this kind, the wood. I like the wood because it's like you can press on really good. But it's just like you can do so many techniques with it. I love it, and I've done this technique before here too. What I did is just I'm gonna white emboss the lettering, and this is just gonna be really pretty once I do all my distress things. I have not used distress things in I think quite a bit. Like I said before, this Blue Mermaid Lagoon one, I just took off the wrapper. So that's how many of my stuff are. They're new and they're not used. So this is like the perfect opportunity for me to work with all the stuff that I already have in my room. Especially because it's a mess. Like I'm literally standing like in one little piece in my room because there's like no room to walk or put a chair or anything. There's so many stuff on the floor. I really need to get myself cleaning. And what I did here is I basically did a blend of the different colors from the inspiration piece, just some blues, teals, and I included a little bit of it was like a darker, like a jeans, blue as well. And I didn't blend perfectly or anything. They're actually almost getting dry. I do have like the little mist for them so they can get like refreshed and you can use them. I also sprint a little bit of pearl mist, and this is just gonna bring a beautiful shine to the page, but not a lot because I didn't want my paper to get all torn up or anything. Another thing I do for this not to happen is either I let it dry overnight, but I've been really busy, super busy. I go full time to school, and I have so much homework this year. It's really kicking my butt. It's like so much homework. I have like 4 papers a week, and I just don't have time. And so I had to do this layout like midnight time. So I do apologize too for the shadowing around the page and stuff, but it's really dark. Even though I have good lighting, it's really hard not to get them. This is a picture of my friend's daughter. This little kid is beautiful. Her eyes are like bright blue and she's like so pretty. So she was my secret Santa for December, and I only got her like a regular gift. I really wanted to give her a scrapbook layout. I didn't have the time for it though, but I told her I was gonna get her later, and I'm gonna put it in a black frame as well. And I had a really hard time choosing what picture because I didn't know if I wanted to do it color pictures so you can see her beautiful blue eyes, but I love black and white pictures. I think that they're just so mysterious and beautiful, and they go with everything. So I went with the black and white. Maybe in the future I'll do like a color one. What I'm using here is this Hero Arts layer flowers, and I'm stamping them with like a slate, like a gray slate from Close to My Heart. And on top of that, I'm just going to go with like Versamark, but it's black, Versafine, I think it's called. And I'm also going to splatter a little bit of like embossing black glitter to give like a little bit of shine, and the middle stem is gonna be silver. They did not come out the way I wanted them, like the way I pictured them, but I was not gonna restart the page. And it took me like 40 minutes with the embossing because I couldn't let this page dry and work on it the next day because this video has to be up by tomorrow. And I honestly didn't have the time to do it, which is kind of unfortunate because I love scrapbooking and it relaxes me, but I just wish the day had like 36 hours to we can scrapbook more and everything. Last year I wasn't in school and I have a lot of day off from work, so I had a lot of time to scrapbook, but this year is really not that way. So hopefully it gets better soon. After this, like I said, I'm just gonna add a couple of flowers. This page has not have like basically no embellishments. I know you guys love layering and embellishment. I'm sorry, it's just not my style. And I wanted this page to like really, really be simple, but at the same time to be very classy. And like I wanted the picture to be like the main attraction from this paper and all of it. And I feel that by blending the colors and adding a little bit of that script, it just gives it some depth. And the little black flowers is because I just want to complement the picture. But I think at the end it comes out really beautiful. The only embellishment that I put in here is like this little fleur-de-lis that I'm gonna cut with my Big Shot. And those are like some stencils that I have, and I haven't used them in like forever. So this was like a really good opportunity to use them. Here I'm doing like the little stem of the flowers, and I make a huge mess because my VersaFine was not dry, and this is what happens. The whole flowers got covered with with embossing powder, so I had to wipe it off, brush it, then I tried to do a little bit of the embossing putty, and oh my gosh, nothing would work. So what I did is I just end up doing some black glitter on top of it, emboss it so it dried, and then I went on top of it with the glitter for the silver embossing powder for the stem. So after I got all that embossing powder and stuff like that down to what I wanted it, like I said, they didn't come out as great as I thought they were. But at the end, I'm not going to start a whole new page. I'm just going to work around it. And that's just how it should be. If you start something and it doesn't go the way you want it, just try to work around it. And I'm pretty sure you'll find a way to make it beautiful. Remember that there's no mistakes in scrapbooking. There's just like open opportunities for you to create something better. Sorry about that. I just had a sneeze. That's another thing. I cannot get over this cold. It has been a bad winter, and I just keep on getting sick. I don't know what it is. Anyway, this are the little fleur-de-lis that I told you guys I'm going to be using. The paper, this paper, it's actually from Joann's, and I think I had this paper for like years, maybe like 2-3 years already. But I love the glitter. It doesn't come out, and it's really, really shiny. And yeah, that's like the only three embellishments that I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna be adding my picture with some ATG gun and a little bit of I think is what is it? Liquid glue. It's been so long since I scrapbooked that I forgot about the names of like the products. I know I do a one layout on this Crafty Maven Getaway every month, but it's like 30 days without scrapbooking, and my head just goes blank and I can't think of anything. But it's close to my heart. Liquid glue. I don't know, something like that. I can't remember. I'm sorry. And yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna use. And I had a title. I wanted to do like, beautiful eyes or number one girl or something like that. Something pretty. But at the end, I was just kind of like, okay, what kind of lettering I'm going to use? I really wanted to do like some cursive or like calligraphy letters. That would look so pretty. But I didn't have my Cricut installed. I'm having a really hard time with my computer. Lately, I can't use my Cricut machine right now. So that wouldn't work. And my Cameo, I took it with me on my trip to Mexico. And I left it over there. So that I can't work with that either. So, but at the end, like I said, I just thought that it was pretty like that. I didn't care for a title, and I felt that just the simplest was look better. And yeah, anyway, I'm just cleaning the picture because I put some liquid glue on top of the picture, so I'm trying really hard to get rid of it. And I apologize for my head because it just keeps on coming and like in the middle, and it's just not cute. But anyway, I just want to thank you guys so much for stopping by for another scrapbooking free flow Wednesday. I really hope you guys like my layout, and I hope to see you guys next month. I will leave some pictures at the end for you, and you guys have a wonderful day. Bye bye.